From the Rutgers Center on this cold Wednesday night, I'm Becca Hendrickson here alongside Chase Sr., giving you a TUTV exclusive pregame report of the Temple Owls basketball team versus the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in American Athletic Conference basketball action. Now, Chase, the Owls have an opportunity to come full circle here in the conference. The Scarlet Knights was their first loss on this 8-game losing streak back on January 1st. 71-66, I believe, was the score. Chase, what are some keys for the Owls tonight?
Well, Becca, you're usually the one asking me questions, so I'm going to ask you a question. Back on January 1st, Temple took a lead with under a minute to go on Anthony Lee's layup. Guess what happened?
Foul shots.
They lost. Because they lost the lead late in the game. So that's been the common trend of this 8-game losing streak you just mentioned. This ongoing 8-game skid started on January 1st when Temple lost to Rutgers 71-66. Quentin DeCozy returned back to his home state in New Jersey, had a tremendous first half. He ended the game with 25 points, shot 9 of 14 from the field, but it was actually Dalton Pepper who kept the team late in the game after Temple trailed by a lot in the second half. Just like Pepper did on this floor a couple nights ago against Cincinnati. Tremendous second half. He was knocking down a couple of three-pointers, got to the hoop at will, and it was Pepper who was the man, but Temple lost that game late.
Well, you know, Fran Dumpy said in post-game after that loss the other night that in order for Temple to win these games, they're going to need someone to step up, and lately that guy's been Dalton Pepper. As you said, he had a tremendous second half. He totaled 33 points in that last game. What do we need to see from him tonight?
From Dalton Pepper?
Yes.
Well, Temple has no margin for error right now because their depth is so limited. They can't afford to make any mistakes. You saw against Cincinnati on Sunday evening, they played really well in the second half, but they lost that game because they faltered down the stretch, and also they were trailing by as much as 18 points. If this team goes down early, especially by a margin of 18 points like that, they just can't afford to do that. They're going to lose basketball games. So what Temple really has to do right now is play really well in every single phase of the game, and this is another team that you can't take lightly. Rutgers is good. Are they in the middle of the pack in the American Athletic Conference? Yes, but every single game here in the American Athletic Conference, unlike the Atlantic 10, is a tough matchup. And one more thing before we head out, just a storyline to keep an eye on. Eddie Jordan, he comes back to Philadelphia tonight. He coached the Sixers in 2009, 2010. When he was the coach of the Sixers, they won 27-55. The Princeton offense that he tried to implement at the pro level was just ferocious. It was a nightmare. So he's coming back tonight, and the Philly fans usually have an idea when people are coming back to town that they don't like. Interesting to see the type of ovation that Eddie Jordan gets tonight.
We'll have to see how the fans react to that, as well as how the players are able to put on a performance tonight. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. here in the Rutgers Center. Once again, I'm Becca Hendrickson here alongside Chase Sr. We'll see you at tip-off, Owl fans.